How's it going, guys? Today we are taking a look at the Transformers Age of Extinction Studio Series Leader Class Optimus Prime. And this video is a precursor to what should be coming in on Monday. Oh, shoot. We ignore that. Should be a precursor to what's going to happen on Monday, because I did order the Last Night Studio Series Leader Class Nemesis Prime, and I am looking forward to his arrival. But for now, we are going to take a look at what's personally my favorite squeaky chair Studio Series Leader Class toy, and his weapons do store in the truck. You've got his main three that he used in the movie, being the Sword of Judgment, his shield, and his Energon Blade. And I'm okay with the weapon assortment he came with, just due to the fact that his, I think it's called the Mega Striker assault rifle, was used maybe once in the film. And the rest of the film, it was gone. And by the last night, he had his shotgun that Hound used. And yeah. His truck mode, it is a really nice recreation of the Western Star 5700X, I believe it was. Yep, 5700 right here. It even says it on the door. Got a nice Western Star there at the bottom. Western Star logo here. And yeah, it cleans up fairly well, stating the fact that the movie's toys back in 2014 were starting to downgrade a lot, and they were no longer as intricate as they are now again. And speaking of, here he is with the original 2014 Leader Class Prime. This is the Platinum Edition version. And you can just see how far we've gone when it comes to leaders. And just due to the fact of me actually owning this toy, here he is with his first edition Silver Knight version of Optimus Prime. And yeah, he has shrunken a lot. I would go out and grab my Unique Toys figure as well, but he's going to get his own separate video. On top of that, I do not want to deal with any third-party stuff right now. I love my Unique Toys Prime. I do not want to deal with third-party stuff at this very moment. So, we'll get these two trucks out of the way. Other comparisons, we are going to bring in the Deluxe Class Lockdown from Age of Extinction. That actually works very, very well. No real complaints when it comes to scaling. If I remember right, that is fairly accurate to how it would have been in the movie, or how would it be in real life with this model truck and the Lamborghini Aventador. And just because I have it, and yes, I actively seeked out this figure, just for the fact I wanted to experience the mold, here he is with the Age of Extinction Deluxe Class Bumblebee. Or in this case, it's the Last Night Premier Edition repaint. And this is where the scaling between the two toys fall apart. Prime scaled really good with the Lamborghini. Does not scale good with the Camaro. And just because I have plans for him in this segment, or in this video, here he is scaled up with Leader Class Grimlock. And these two being in the same size class is amazing, because he is huge as both a regular leader and a toy altogether that's meant to scale. Granted, I know there's the new Titan class coming out soon, but Right now, this is my definitive Age of Extinction Grimlock. So that's how he would compare with him. I just knocked the camera. Going into transformation for Optimus Prime, it is fairly intricate. Start by simply scalping the truck. We want to get our fingernail into this roof panel here, and we're just going to loosen that up. Come to the side here, we'll unpeg the sides of the truck. That allows us to scalp it all the way. Chair squeaks. Next, we're going to come to the rear wheels. Separate those. And this is where we'll start separating everything for the back of the truck. So we're going to separate all that. Now we're going to bring down this entire portion of the side truck. Rotate this side around. Flip this piece in. Flip up the wheels. And then we're going to bring down the entire roof and roof rack here. So we're we're just going to fold this down, bring it out, and then tab it all here into the side of the wheels. Flip out his heel and foot. And then we're just going to rotate his leg like so. And that's the one leg done. Second verse, just like the first. Bring that down. Side of the truck folds downwards like that. Trailer hitch folds up. Rotate the ankle. Flip up the wheels. Bring you down. Fold these panels going there. Roof goes in. Make sure you have it in the right orientation. There we go. Rotate the leg, heel, toe, and done. Next, we're just going to rotate the waist just to get it ready. Now we're going to grab his front skirt here, bring it down, come to the back. I'm going to pop this panel where the visor meets and just shift it out of the way. Then we are going to grab the sides of the truck here where the doors are, flip those up. Then we can bring his whole arm assembly out. Next, we are going to separate, if you can even see it squeaking, I'm going to separate the wheels from the front grille of the truck. And you can leave this entire this entire piece on, but since it is on a mushroom peg, and it personally makes my life easier, I just pop that off. Next, we are just going to take this peg section here, shift it up. At the same time, we are going to reorient the front wheels and bring it down to fill in his mid-space. Flip down his side skirts. Grab his belly. I'm going to fold it out. Then we're going to bring down his entire chest section. Making sure the entire back is plugged into place. I'm going to keep that out. Work on his arms. I'm going to untab it from here. Rotate them out. Flip out his side or his shoulder piece. And then back here, we're going to just clear this little tab. Fold that panel in. Second verse, just like the first. There, there. Shoulder pad. Clear the tab. Bring it out. Make sure that is unhinged. And then we can just tab everything together. And that fills in his chest portion, which is really neat. We're just going to get that shoulder pauldron out of the way. We're just going to extend down his arms, rotate them about. Then we can reorient everything. Same on this side. We're just going to bring down his arms, shoulder pad, rotate everything. And there we go. Lastly, we're just going to take his entire front section back, Slide it onto the mushroom like there. Fold in his grill, rotate it, and make sure it sits flush against his back. These door pieces, we are going to fold them in like so, and they're going to tab in to this slot right here, if you can even see it. There's a slot right there where it's going to sit into place. Same thing for this side. Sit into place, and then we can fold up the visor section. And that is Optimus Prime in his robot mode. And that is a very intricate transformation for a Studio Series figure. And that is the transformation for Age of Extinction Leader Class Optimus. And I stand by it. This is still one of my favorite Studio Series leaders. Yes, it has shrunk. The best examples I can give you is the original Age of Extinction leader, or the Platinum Edition version, as well as the Age of Extinction First Edition Optimus. And there's a really good height difference between the figures. And on top of that, he's not based on concept art, even though I would love a concept art version of this toy. Like, based on one of these two, I would love to see that. And you guys just witnessed me knock off a light. And this is the main reason why I have not transformed Leader Class Grimlock yet. You can recreate some of his iconic scenes from the movie if you have the Leader Class version. I know the Studio Series Titan Class 1 will accomplish the same things and be bigger. I might put a pre-order in for that. I know I will get yelled at from my spouse, but I will put a pre-order in it. And you will see a review of that guy soon, or whenever it releases. But I do want to point out, it's an option. You can use the Leader Class and recreate his whole Dinobot charge if you wanted to for your figures. So the articulation for this guy is fairly straightforward. I do apologize for the jump cuts. His leg can go up that far, almost all the way. Can go back that far, almost all the way. But if we were to remove his backpack, which I currently am not going to do, I'm just going to unpeg it, you can get it back way over there. If you move his comm out of the way, leg can go all the way out like that. Does have an ankle tilt, as well as an ankle rotation. And you just gotta peg this stuff back in. His arms can do a full rotation. We can move the shoulder back, just like in the movie, to get his arm out all the way. He has a bicep rotation, double arm due to the transformation, wrist rotation, fingers that move, and then a wrist joint, which is really cool. It does have a waist swivel, but since it's all underneath the armor, I knocked my light down again. Just stay, please. Stay. Stay. Thank you. Since it's underneath the armor, it breaks the illusion a little bit, so that is a definite downer for that. And his head is on a ball joint. He can look left, he can look right. It does stop at the collar pieces due to his chin, but let's be honest, that's how a normal head would look, or that's how a normal head would turn. So yeah, that's Optimus Prime. Again, he does have his weapons. He's got his Sword of Judgment, which can take into two pieces as a way to just put it in his hands. You can do it like that, or You could just simply open his hand and just insert it from the lower guard here, and then you could slide it in. That's how he looks with that. Here he is with his vector shield. That's really good, actually, for how it would look in the movie. Can split it apart as his gun mode, like so, which is really cool. So you can get his arm in there. That's his gun mode, so he can go pew pew, bang bang, pew pew, bang bang. Recreate that scene from the last night, just without the sword, it's the gun. And speaking of swords, I know this is kicking a dead horse while it's down, but he does come with his Energon sword. For a whole 3 seconds it was in the movie. You just move his wrist down, and on either side of his arm he has a little port here, and you can tab it in. I do not have my Age of Extinction Galvatron anymore from the Studio Series, so I cannot do it. But for the whole 2 seconds of the movie, and it was in the movie, you could just impale Galvatron through the chest and say, "You have no soul!" Again, you got it in both sides, or both forearms. And all of his weapons, they can store on him. If we bring his vector shield back up and put it back in its normal shield configuration, he comes with a little scabber, so you can put his sword in there, and you can have his shield plug into there. And depending on if you use the backpack still for displaying, you can have it either folded down like this, or folded up, which reveals a 5mm port. And you tab that into place, and that's how his sword and shield will look on his back. And that's very nice. But for his Energon sword, that's where the neat part comes in. You got two options for storing it. You can store it on the bottom of the shield, where his gun would be. You can stab it right there, and then plug it back in. And that's how you can store his Energon sword. Or you take it off, and here on each side there's these little like pegs, which the Energon sword could also slide into. Or at least that's what I thought. Yeah. Or maybe not. Oh, I see paint scrapes. Oh, I'm not going to do that. Okay. Scratch that. Do not do that. Do not do this. And that's how he is, and that's how he looks with everything. Again, if you wanted to display your figure only, and you don't like his big backpack, you can simply take it off by the mushroom peg, and that cleans up the whole knight aesthetic even more. Now there's no backpack, and I mean that would be great for stop motions and that, but for regular toy, it's not that great. And plus, I appreciate the detail where you add the smokestacks to the back here with the little piece coming up. But that's the front of the truck. And honestly, I like my toys looking like toys. So, back on you go. And now it doesn't want to cooperate. There we go. Oh, and before I forget, he can hold his Energon sword. Not really. If you guys enjoyed, can I just get you all to like, comment, and subscribe? Turn on those notifications, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a good night.